I like to say 80% of what we do is not found in the script. At the same time, we can't prepare for everything that's going to happen on set because I don't know how the other actor is going to toss that line to me. I don't know how the director plans on shooting the scene and might make a difference to me as the actor or to my character. But I'm prepared enough to go, I know how to make my character, I know who my character is. I know what he's thinking and feeling. I know I've already made decisions on how to make sure that he's going to be interesting in this scene. And I just focus on that.
90% of the time, most of us are kind of boring and normal. We're doing our routine, but there's about 10% of the population. I mean, I'm just picking numbers out of a hat here, where, you know, if they get pressured a little bit in line, they get way too hyperbolic or over dramatic, but it, you know, for the situation, it can still fit. But I sense what you do is you kind of borrow from those hyperbolic personalities that are more rare.
Right.
That, right?
Right. Correct. And emulating Canadians will usually be boring. We're nice people.
Yeah.
We're nice people, but you know, think more American, think more New York, think more Chicago. These are, they tend to carry their emotions on their sleeves more. They tend to say things that are maybe not always nice in public. You know, Americans have that reputation. More interesting. There's a reason why people suck in all this American culture, because it's kind of fascinating.
Yeah.
Right. I think living in Canada, it's a great place to have our kids. This is why I moved back from LA. But from an artistic point of view, we're yeah, we need a little bit more. Yeah. We need more.
Well, so when you do all this work, and it's like you kind of mine out personalities and backstories and all of that, and then you know,
so, Sebastian, am I having a good hair day or a bad hair day? What's going on? I'm not used to looking at myself. See, it's usually when I'm on Zoom, it's all about my client, and now I gotta go. Okay, people are.
Yeah, you're talking about a guy who really can't grow any, so anyone's hair looks phenomenal to me.
Right, it's all relative. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, what were you saying? I interrupted you.
I'm just saying, when you're doing all this work and you're kind of mining all this stuff together, you know, to layer out the character, to make him interesting and everything. So you got all that done. A lot of times, and this is even for experienced actors, because you get on some sets and there's like 100 people standing around, everything goes dead silent, and they say action, and you're maybe there for 3 or 4 or, you know, 6 days, and everyone else is sort of well grounded in the culture, but you're the new guy, or whatever the reasoning are, it would happen to be. But somehow you've got to get to a relaxed place so you can be in the moment. And just, I guess, the more relaxed you are, and I think what De Niro said one time is that as he's gotten older, he's just thought about doing less. And I think that's in terms of the kind of emotional energy sometimes, so that when he needs it, it's there, and it's not there when he doesn't, he can relax. And so I guess the question being, what is your approach to getting relaxed before going out there and, you know, directing all that energy?
It's a fascinating question, and every actor goes through this. And I'll put it in perspective for you. I've been on sets where some big famous American actor or somebody who we've known from, you know, X years ago who did something, and we go, oh my God, I know that actor. He's wonderful. Blah, blah, blah. They show up on set, and if they haven't been there since day one, they're not feeling as comfortable as they would normally be. For them, they're off their center. They're nervous. They're anxious. They don't know the character yet. They haven't worked with the other actors. They haven't worked with the director. They don't know if the director is an actor's director or a bit of a hard ass. They don't know. So it takes even them a day or two to relax into the work. So if it can happen for somebody who's really experienced and knows their stuff and has been acting for a long time, it can happen to everyone else. So what do I say? Show up prepared. Do your homework. you know, I like to say 80% of what we do is not found in the script. At the same time, we can't prepare for everything that's going to happen on set because I don't know how the other actor is going to toss that line to me. I don't know how the director plans on shooting the scene. It might make a difference to me as the actor or to my character. But I'm prepared enough to go, I know how to make my character, I know who my character is. I know what he's thinking and feeling. I know I've already made decisions on how to make sure that he's going to be interesting in this scene. And I just focus on that. Everything else, it's all weird for all of us on day one.
Yeah.
It just is.
Yeah.
Day two is better. And then by the time you get into day three, everybody's relaxed. So yeah, some people have two lines and they show up for one day and and they're really scared and nervous. Well, it's natural. It's natural. And the director understands. Yeah. And the other people around you, if they're professionals, they get it too. I have a great story. I did a really well-written movie of the week years ago, starring a big American actor and directed by Frank Pearson, who was known for being he wrote Cat Ballou and a lot of other famous movies from, I guess, the 60s and 70s. He wrote one of the big Pacino movies. Anyways, he was directing it. And we had this gigantic scene. It was myself and another Canadian actor and the big American actor were standing at the top of the stairs. And the staircase literally goes all the way down to about 3 full stories. Just goes down and goes down and goes down and must go out there 100 feet. And they packed it with like 200 or 300 extras. And it was this one actor's job to come out of the crowd and come up a flight of stairs. And we're just waiting for him. Come up another flight of stairs and we're waiting for him. Come up another flight of stairs and give the, I think it was like a legal document where somebody was being sued. Here you go. Here's the legal document, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so it takes him like, a minute and a half just to come up and the camera's shooting and with all these people and everything. And he gets to the very top and he goes, oh, damn it. Poor guy in front of all these people. Had to go all the way down the steps. Okay, let's do this again. Okay, get everybody set up. Come all the way back up and we're watching. The camera's watching. Big, long shot. Huge, big shot for a movie of the week and everything. And he got to the top of the steps and he forgot his line again.
Oh, no.
And we're all feeling terrible for him because we've all been there. We get it. We get it. We get it. So it's okay. It's okay to be anxious. It's okay to be nervous. Just focus on your work. Focused, and eventually you will relax and get into it. And just make sure, as much as possible, what you're doing is coming from the inside, not from the outside. Don't think about what your face is doing. Just feel it and think it and let it come out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, since we're making those confessions, or stories anyway, in your case, but it was, I had this same kind of sense of freezing up when I was working on Between a few years ago, but there was a lot going on in my personal life at the time. Things were not at their best moment. I was trying to separate myself, from those emotions and just be in the moment so I could focus on the character. And I was standing in the wings of a bike shop in a scene that I was about to do, and I remember kind of going through my head like I can't make the disconnect happen from whatever the anxiety was outside in the world. And I thought, what's going to happen if I get out there and I just can't remember anything? And I thought maybe I could just open the door right now and just quit the whole acting thing and just leave.
Go home. Go home now. Fast. Before I screw up. Yeah, go home. Run home. So run away. Run away.
And I fought that urge, and I was standing by the door of the bike shop as all the crew was standing there getting ready to sort of say action and have me come in. And I thought I could just go. I could just leave. And then they said action, and I started walking, and I had to walk from the back of the shop to the front. And the whole time I was walking into the scene where I'm about to approach the girl at the desk, I'm thinking, I have no idea what my lines are. They're gone. Yeah. And as soon as I hit my mark, though, and she said her line, I just started to open my mouth, and it was like Moses putting his foot in the water. Everything just come up. Happened. It was just there. And
we've all been there. Every one of us.
Yeah.
Every single mistake that an actor has made, I have made.
Yeah.
Everything. From screwing up an audition, to forgetting lines, to being too anxious, to being too nervous, to not feeling prepared, to I've done them all.
Right.
It's part of the experience of growing as an artist. So, you know, as far as stuff going on in your personal life, yeah, this is we all have personal lives. We all go through trauma. We all go through, you know, the ebbs and flows of life. You know, a little piece of advice I read somewhere and I've used it is, when you're going through a really tough space, see if you can use it. And you're not even acting.
Right.
And I have heard and read other actors talking about that. And I've been there. I was once on a set and something terrible happened on set. Somebody almost got badly hurt because of another actor, and I was very, very upset. And I lost a lot of respect for that veteran actor. And then it occurred to me, oh my God, I have to shoot the next scene we're shooting after this is just me and him. And I went, oh my God, what am I going to do? And then I went, just use it. Use it. I'm in that space. I'm upset. I'm a little furious. Let me see if I can use it. And that particular scene ended up being one of my favorite scenes in that project we were working on.
Oh.
Right? Because it was genuine. There was nothing to pretend.
Right.
Right. So see, sometimes that's a really good piece of advice. If you're going through something, see if you can use it.
Right.
And you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. It might not be, of course, it won't be the exact same thing, but those emotions go, maybe there's a way to entwine this in the scene somehow.
Yeah.
Right. And then you're just being.